Transmission in 3, 2. Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Let's catch up, guys. Let me tell you what I've been doing, what's been going on, what are my thoughts. And let me tell you a couple of things. You know, the baby's okay, the baby's healthy, my wife is doing better. There's a couple of things. You know, my wife had surgery. It was a C-section sooner than we expected. We had a couple of things happen, but you know, thank God everything's fine now, and the baby's doing well, and you know, the wife is getting better. You know, and I've been trying to do short videos, as you know, while I'm changing diapers and doing all the rest, and you know, trying to catch up on some sleep whenever I can. But you know, my time allowance here for the channel has been reduced, of course, and it has more than anything for the other things that I was working on. You know, the secondary channel, long form interviews. I just don't really have the time to do that, and I don't see when in the near future I'm going to have that kind of time, guys. I do enjoy doing those things. I know you guys enjoy doing them. And contrary to popular belief, you know, it's not that I don't know people to interview. It's just I haven't had the time, as you can, you know, imagine. You know, having a baby and, you know, having the move and everything. You know, it's just, those are life things that they're just part of life, you know. But they take up your time, right? They take up a lot of your time because you have to plan them, and you try to plan for the best. But things always come up, right? Things always come up. For us, it was difficult because, you know, it's a big move from, you know, one side of the world to the other, and, you know, and doing it for the purpose of you know, having the baby here close to my wife's family, specifically her mom, you know, who was older and couldn't travel. So, you know, my mother already has, you know, a few grandchildren. And this was going to be the first for my wife's, you know, and she wanted to share that moment with her mom. So, you know, I understood. We made that sacrifice, and, you know, here we are. And let me tell you guys, the community has changed a lot from what I gather now that I've caught up on YouTube here in the last few days. And let me tell you, it's gone beyond the things that interest me. You know, when this, especially when in television Amico began, for me it was all about the business. It still is about the business, very interesting, right? But all that really ended when Tommy left. You know, when I was really involved in the Amico Wars, what we call the Amico Wars, it was really just creator on creator going back and forth. I mean, those were, say, the golden years, right? 2020, 2021. And, you know, up until Tommy left. And it was just a different environment, right? I like, you know, going back and forth with agents of companies, shills, if you will, and engage on their business practices. If there's shills out there that work for companies that are undisclosed, you know, those are things that I like to talk about. I think I can make a difference there for the consumers, try to educate people, and for no other reason than paying it forward, you know, because I've been you know, in my younger years, I was, you know, suckered a couple of times by very many different things. You know, I wasn't born knowing everything. A lot of lessons you learn the hard way, you know, and specifically for me, it was about paying it forward. But now, you know, the YouTube environment is different. You know, it's almost everything is turning now into some sort of drama channel, you know, and look, we all like that type of content, right? And believe it or not, doing that type of content actually takes creativity. You have to have a talent for it, and you have to have a motivation for that. And you have to have the right mindset. You know, even if I just wanted to do, I don't know, you know, drama on companies, you know, I would have to, you know, drum up the energy to do it every day and look for new enemies, if you will, right? If I wanted to do drama on business, I have to look for a new enemy constantly. Every day I have to search the internet and see what business is doing what, instead of having the news come to me, which I find more natural, and in the way I am is better. To read the news, see what's happening, and then comment on that. I think that I am able to do, right? But as far as just, finding somebody to rant at for the sole purposes of entertaining people and having people come to my channel is just something I really don't have the emotional energy to do. For starters, you have to be aggressive, when you're doing that type of content. And it's pretty hard to be aggressive when I'm when I'm changing diapers and being happy, with my wife, which is just a lovely lady, lovely, beautiful woman. And I have a great, beautiful daughter now. And I have grown children that are amazing people that I love, and I have grandkids, and I have a happy life, So for me to turn negative all of a sudden and just be pissed off about nothing for no reason, or just find a person to criticize for no reason other than the entertainment value that it might provide somebody, for me it's very difficult, and it would be fake, right? I can't fake being pissed every day, right? That's and I'm not saying that people that do that actually fake it. No, what I'm saying is that in order to do a good job of that type of criticism, that type of satire, you have to have the emotional energy, the time, be able to do the research, right? And delve through those things that I don't have the time to do, right? And eventually you run out of enemies. If I was doing that type of content, at some point I would have to look at the other creators around me, right? And I'm just not a person that is comfortable, criticizing my friends, for example. Like I'd interview somebody before I criticize them. If I really have a bone to pick with them, I'd like to talk to them about whatever we disagree on, But not even that, guys. I don't even have the time for that. And the Amico, the Amico community is over. That's all gone. At least for me. What it was for me, guys, it was the golden years. Probably, if I want to describe a time for you, it's probably the hater games. The haters are the haters. Those were the haters, right? If you see the hater games, those were the original haters, and the people in the so-called cult were the cult, and we were adversaries, But there was, a limit till we would go back and forth. At least there was always, for me, it was always about the business, But now there just isn't any Tommy Tallarico there. So the fun for me is gone, right? These people now are in hiding because, there's nothing to talk about. There is no product. You have lawsuits. I mean, those are interesting to me, and I love reporting that stuff to you. But there isn't anybody on the other side. Like, nobody's going to defend getting sued, right? All I can do is provide information. So I think that type of content, is over for me. The back and forth that I had back in the day with people, those things have all been said, and everybody knows where we stand. And, time passes by, And that was then. And that's what the playlists are for. If you guys find the, Amico content interesting, go hit that playlist, and you can go back through time and remember things that were going on back then. Because there sure isn't a lot going on now, right? And because of that, this right here is probably going to be, just something where I do my thoughts, feelings on different events, of course, based on video game businesses, releases, and finding things that I find on the internet, things that I want to comment about. It doesn't necessarily have to be, just the Amico or just, whatever. I mean, whatever I see there trending that I have time to do in the middle of changing diapers, that is what you're going to see appear, and things affect you in different ways, and one of the things that, as affected me was the passing of Rambling Man, and the time that we wasted, if the time that we wasted battling about, different things where we could have been doing other type of content that, like he was always worried about it not, being popular with people for whatever reason. And I was really more worried about enjoying it, and somebody enjoying that type of content that we made because it was a real moment between two people, and unfortunately I don't have the time to do that type of content anymore. I'm going to leave the podcasts, those interviews that I did, I'm going to leave them up on that separate channel that I made. And you guys can go find them there. The Money Talks channels is just going to go because I just don't have time, guys. I literally don't have time. Here I'm going to make videos, you know, like this one for commentary on different things, business related things, video game related things. But it's not going to be anything like the Amico, guys. It's just there isn't anything out there, you know, in the same sphere as that was. But, you know, don't get me wrong. If Tommy Tallarico comes around, for sure, you know, I'll jump back on the train. But I'll keep you informed on all the stuff that I know, mostly on shorts, guys, because that's the kind of time that I have. But whenever I do have 5-10 minutes to sit down like I do right now, I for sure will bring you those things. And if there's anything breaking, I'll bring it to you. And, you know, thank you for sticking with me through this time. You know, I'll probably be on paternity leave for another few weeks here. You know, as far as having a studio type setup, I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably 6 months to a year, possibly, guys. So it's going to be a while. So in the meantime, I'll find different ways to, you know, bring content to the channel. You know, bring things that can entertain you. Hopefully bring a smile to your face. Or maybe just give you something to think about. But I really do want to thank you for being here, for subscribing, for liking. I see there's a lot of new subscribers that have found the Amico content lately. So I thank you. I really do appreciate that. And let me tell you this, guys. I'm doing great. I feel great. And I wish everybody out there that's listening to me, you know, has a great year going on, has positive things going on. And hopefully I'll bring you some good content here. Thank you so much for watching me, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.